Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis. Okay, so today we're going to do a review of Kingdom Hearts 3. So, I've beaten the game for a while now. It's been pretty good. Before I get in the review, I have to let you know spoilers. So, you don't want to hear any spoilers, go ahead and click off this video. If you don't care for spoilers, please continue watching. Okay, with that being said, let's get into the review. Okay, Kingdom Hearts 3. So, I really loved this game. It was really good. The plot's good. Sora has to learn the power of awakening so he can become a Keyblade master so he can help the other Keyblades of Light um, defeat Xehanort's 13 Seekers of Darkness. He has to master that power. And the way he goes about it is he goes through various Disney worlds trying to learn that ability. He had a chance to learn it in Dream Drop Distance, but because he was tricked, he wasn't able to learn it, and he didn't pass his mark of mastery exam. But in Kingdom Hearts 3, he's trying to learn that power of awakening. So, as I said, he goes through various Disney worlds trying to master that power. As you're going through the various Disney worlds, you unlock new powers, and one of the newest powers are like the Keyblade transformations. One thing that I noticed about the Keyblade transformations, it's like Drive Form in Kingdom Hearts 2. If you watch the gameplay and you watch the Keyblades transform, you see that Sora's attire transforms as well. And sometimes he's in his Wisdom form attire, sometimes he's in his Master form attire. If you're holding the Kingdom Key, sometimes he goes back into his old Kingdom Hearts 2 attire. And if you unlock the ultimate weapon, which you should, and it's worth unlocking, you should unlock the ultimate weapon. When Sora does his Keyblade transformation in that Keyblade, he kind of goes into his final Drive form. But that's what the Keyblade transformations are. They're kind of an enhancement of the Drive forms in Kingdom Hearts 2. So the powers are pretty good. Some Keyblades can turn into a hammer. Some like shoot out lasers and stuff. The Keyblade transformations are very useful because sometimes when you're playing on Proud mode, you are outnumbered by a lot of Heartless, and those Keyblade transformations can really change the battle for you. While we're talking about battling and stuff, attraction flows. This is kind of a downside for me. I didn't like the attraction flows so much. The only one I liked was the train ride one. So the Thunder Rail. Attraction flows, those rides that pop up, you can't really control which ride does. It depends on what area you are in the game. Sometimes you'll get the blaster one. Sometimes you'll get the pirate ship one. Sometimes you'll get the mad teacups or the merry-go-round. It depends on the area you're in. You can't pick and choose which attraction flow you use in battle. It really depends on the area you're in. Another thing that I liked was the summoning in this game. So my favorite summoning by far was Simba. Like his summoning was so incredible. Like he was fire. His whole body was fire, and it looked really good. Another one that I liked Stitches, but his is hard to use. You have to draw lines and stuff in order to use Stitches, but his looks cool if you know how to use it. But Simba is far by the best and easiest one to use. And I guess second to that for usability would be the Dream Eater one. Then third would be Stitch. But Wreck-It Ralph, his isn't too hard to use, but like Stitch, Ariel, and Wreck-It Ralph, those three you pretty much have to learn how to use if you want those to be really effective. But the summonings looked really amazing. They looked really nice. They looked great. As for worlds, the worlds were a lot bigger in this game. One of the worlds I liked to visit was San Francisco. Hercules, because we got to go on Mount Olympus. Pirates in the Caribbean, I pretty much enjoyed that world. I did a lot of exploring in that world, went underwater, went to the different islands. That world was really good, and so was Frozen's world. Now, speaking of like worlds and stuff, the stories in each world, they're pretty much a retelling of the Disney movie stories. The only exception to these are Toy Story and Monsters Incorporated. Everyone else is doing a retelling of their Disney movie story. And of course, Sora goes in and he's fighting the Heartless or whatever. Nobody are unversed that are invading this world, invading that world. I'm glad that you got a chance to play as Riku for a bit. That was a plus side. I thought maybe you could play as Riku a little bit more often, but you got to play as him temporarily, which was good. Another thing I liked was in this game, the ultimate weapon. It's still difficult to get to, but I think it's easier to get to than other games. I have unlocked the ultimate weapon in other Kingdom Hearts games. So the one that I've done it in is Dream Drop Distance, where you fight Julius. He is pretty tough to beat, but if you beat him, you get the ultimate weapon in Dream Drop Distance. I got in this game. It's still tough to get, but it's easier than previous Kingdom Hearts games. That's what I think. So the ultimate weapon is definitely a weapon you want to unlock, especially when you go towards the end of the game. Now, final plot, spoiler, was I overall happy with the ending? For the most part, yes. I think it could have been better. Xehanort, like when you face him, like the main like antagonist, if you have the ultimate, you can defeat him without the ultimate weapon. But I recommend you have it because beating him is so much easier when you have that weapon. But when you defeat him, the ending is satisfying. But I think they could have given us a little bit more because Kairi disappeared, and I think they could have just given us a lot more about where she went to, and maybe the more details on maybe the next chapter of Kingdom Hearts. So there was a cliffhanger. If you unlocked the secret ending, then you know that Xigbar, Xehanort's right hand man, somehow, some way, he's a foreteller. He's been a foreteller. I don't know when he became a foreteller, whether he was a foreteller the whole entire time, but he's a foreteller. And I wish they would have gone more depths, just gave us a lot more detail on Xigbar and that black box. Because if you watched Kingdom Hearts, if you played 2.8 and you played back cover or black cover, I'm sorry, Kingdom Hearts black cover or back cover, whatever the title is, then you saw these cinematic sequences with the foretellers, and somehow they started the Keyblade War. But I wish Kingdom Hearts 3 went into more detail about Xigbar and the black box and the foretellers. To me, they could have. Because after you beat the game, they have all these battle gates for you to battle in. And uh, to me, they could be there, but what would have been better for me, what I would have liked was instead of doing these battle gates, just go ahead and continue the story on from there. It's just superfluous stuff that they put in with the battle gates. I know you're supposed to get some secret report. I haven't done any of those yet, but to me, they could have just taken out the battle gates and put a little extra in, like for the post game. Also, another feature I liked was the meals. You can make meals to boost up your stats. I did it, and did help me win some fights in Kingdom Hearts 3. So that was a plus. That's a good side. I pretty much talked about positives. Let me tell you one of the things that I think they could have done better on. I think they could have left out attraction flows. I think to me that was just an advertisement for Disneyland or Disney World. They could have definitely left those out. You couldn't choose which flow attraction you could use when you wanted it to. It would just be based off the area you're in. Another thing that I wish they had more of was more Final Fantasy characters in this game. Where was all the Final Fantasy characters? Like, there's no Final Fantasy characters like in this game at all. I mean, these are the least amount of Final Fantasy characters I've seen in a Kingdom Hearts game. So they definitely could have put more Final Fantasy characters in there. And like I said before, take out these battle gates and continue the story. What's this black box? What's this connection between like the black box and like the foretellers, and what does Maleficent and Pete know about it? We see Maleficent and Pete throughout the game looking for the black box. What do they know of the black box? How do they know about it? Instead of all these battle gates, they should have, to me, they could have put a little more story in there. Another thing, Kingdom Hearts 3 was pretty easy to beat. I put it on the hardest difficulty, proud mode, and it was still pretty easy to beat. Now, don't get me wrong, Toy Story World was a little tough, especially with the giant robots. In order to defeat them, you pretty much had to get into a robot yourself. And there were some battles where, hey, the Koopa coin helped me win them. I definitely would have lost if I didn't have the Koopa coin. But still, overall, I felt that it was too easy to beat, and it shouldn't have been that easy on proud mode. When I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and I was doing Aqua Story in the Dark Realm, I put it on proud mode, and it was hard. The Demon Tower Heartless that I fought, I lost to that boss over and over and over and over again in that game, and I think it took me like over an hour or two, just to beat that one boss. And that's exactly what the difficulty should be. It shouldn't be that easy for me to take out it shouldn't be, Kingdom Hearts 3 shouldn't be that easy. I shouldn't just be breezing through the game just like that. So the proud mode definitely needs to feel like more like proud mode. And I put it on proud mode for various reasons. Not just for difficulty, but because it's easier to unlock the secret story when you play in proud mode. If you play in easy mode, you get an easier game, but you have to do more work to unlock the secret ending. And I still found all the lucky emblems and stuff, well, not all of them, most of them, to get the Orichalcum Plus and unlock the secret ending. But that's the main reason why I went through proud mode. So I can unlock the secret ending easier. But it could have felt the difficulty setting could have been a lot more harder. That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Have you played Kingdom Hearts 3? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button, hit subscribe. Also, follow me on social media. I have the links in the description box below, and all of you have a great day.